Hello my dear friends, I hope you all are doing good. This is Prashant Mauni and I warmly welcome all of you to StudyIQ. You are right when you said that the picture that was provided to you yesterday, it is of Charminar that is located in the city of Hyderabad, and the famous person that is going to visit this place is Ivanka Trump. The picture that you can see on your screen is a logo, and you have to tell me that this logo belongs to which institute of our country. Now let me tell you that this institute is a very famous one, and it has been in news for quite a, you can say, from if we go back 15-20 days, then we see that it is constantly in news for various reasons. Apart from that, dear friends, StudyIQ provides you pen drive and tablet courses for your examination, and for different exams we have different pen drive and tablet courses. Want to know more about it? Check out studyiq.com. Just in case if you have any question or queries, we have chat support available for you on our website, and you have numbers on your screen on which you can give us a call just in case if you have any question or queries regarding it. Now dear friends, I have made a small change. You might have observed this thing that from last 20 days I have included a thing called focus topic. Now the way this focus topic is designed, it is designed by keeping in mind the necessity of your prelims sort of exam, that in which you have to answer MCQ questions, and also your mains examination, all those exams in which you have to write a sort of descriptive answers, and of course it will help you with your interview as well. Now the way I am selecting this thing is the topics that are probably of high priority, the topics on which you may find questions both in your prelims as well as your mains. I do go through them, and of course the material that is being provided to you is a sort of a highly researched, or you can say authentic and good quality material. So do let me know about it. Do let me know about your opinion, whether we want to continue this thing or shall we just stick to PIB. Of course most of the things are not the focus topic. You get a hint of this focus topic, but then I do a bit of extensive research on it and then I present it to you. Anyways, today's focus topic is pertaining to IBC. IBC stands for Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, and there is a small change that has been made by the government of India by issuing an ordinance. Now why do we need ordinance, or what is ordinance all about? Very briefly, see, we know that we have different sessions of our parliament, right? We have monsoon session and winter session. Winter session is just around the corner. On 15th of December next month we are going to have monsoon session right after the election of Gujarat. So when we need, say for example, at this point of time we don't have any session going on, and the thing is because there is no session going on at present, and just in case if we need any sort of law on urgent basis, then this is a route, ordinance, right? Ordinance are issued by the President of India, and we know that President of India works on the aid and advice of Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister. So this is the thing, and what change we have made in this IBC is basically that willful defaulters and promoters. Willful defaulters means those people who have willfully not paid back the money that they have borrowed, or they are not paying interest, or they have not paid interest for more than a year, or for whatever reason. You see, not all people are willful defaulters, right? Many companies, due to various circumstances, they are placed in such a situation that they cannot pay back the money that they have borrowed. So anyways, for a bank it is a non-performing asset, because bank is not making anything out of this loan. So all those people, or all those promoters who have not paid back anything to the bank in terms of interest or other charges, right, they will not be allowed to take part in the auction process of repurchasing this asset. Now why we need this thing? With the help of a very layman sort of example, I will tell you that say a company has borrowed 100 rupees from a bank. Now the bank, now they are not paying this money for whatever reason, and now the bank wants at least 50 rupees out of it, right? Just in case, just imagine that the bank wants 50 rupees out of this 100 rupee loan. So what will happen is that many people, what they are doing, and it is observed that they will not pay this thing willfully, and when the auction will take place, at that point of time they will purchase this thing for 50 rupees. So this 50, the rest of the 50 rupees, right, it is a sort of bad debt for bank. So this is not a right situation. This is literally a cheating that has been done. And with this ordinance, all those, there are many people who won't be able to take part in it. Many promoters, like those convicted of an offense with over 2 years imprisonment. Then you have persons whose account has been NPA for over a year, willful defaulters and undischarged, insolvent, and things like that. Now, why we need to make this sort of change, and why it is a very important or focus topic? Because the thing is, as you can see on your screen, that nearly 9 lakh crore rupees, right, at present is declared as bad loan. Bad loan again means that it is not creating any sort of financial benefits for bank. In fact, it is a big pain for these banks. And you can imagine that say for example, if all the banks, right, all the banks together, the government banks, PSUs, PSBs, right, public sector banks, if altogether they used to have say for example 100 rupees to give out as loan, and out of that 100 rupees, if 20 rupees is been taken away by this sort of people or this sort of promoters, then bank will have 80 rupees in their hand, isn't it? Now out of this 80 rupees, they have to recover the loss of this 20 rupees. They have to also ensure that they make enough profit so that their neck is out of water. Basically means that they can survive, you know. So because they have to run this branch, and they have to pay money, and this whole digital platform and other things, it will all cost bank. So for smooth operation, they have to make some money. So the only way they have is to increase interest rate. That means the loan will become more dearer, or it will become more expensive because of high interest rate. And when you have expensive loan, or the rates of the loan is, if it is high, then it will naturally not motivate promoters or businessmen, right, to take loan from the bank. And when they are not taking loan from the bank, then eventually it is going to hurt the whole economy, because no jobs will be created and no business will start and things like that. So this is a situation that you can clearly see that it hampers economic growth of our country. And this is very important for us to sort this thing out. And since 2015, right, we have seen that RBI is on a sort of war, or you can say it's on a mission mode to sort out this NPA, non-performing asset situation. And so far from 2015, we are here in 2017, and now we have this IBC. With this, dear friends, one thing that I would like to add here is that government has also government has to be sort of aware about this situation of many competing firms, right? They will take part in this auction, and what they will do is they will purchase their rival company in a very low price or in this auction, and in this way they can create a sort of monopoly situation for them. So we have to ensure that there are some sort of safeguards in this aspect. Moving on to PIBs, important items that are there in PIB today. The first one is pertaining to Defense Ministry. Defense of Andaman and Nicobar Islands exercise was conducted, which is known as DAN-X, or right, this is a very important name here. So just in case if you find a question, MCQ sort of question, that what is DAN-X, then remember it is pertaining to a sort of exercise of Andaman and Nicobar Island. As you can see on your picture, this is a sort of official picture, and you can see there are many various types of different types of things that were done, or drills. As you can see, jumping from a plane and taking out a tank from a ship and things like that. And the main objective of this exercise is of course to ensure that just in case in future if we have any sort of war-like situation in this part of our country, then the people or the defense services in this part are ready. They can independently tackle any sort of aggression from any other country. And let me give you some basic details regarding this Andaman and Nicobar Island. You can see here it is located in Bay of Bengal, and as you can also see that ASEAN countries are not far from our Andaman and Nicobar Island. The other thing is that Andaman is located in the northern side and Nicobar is in the southern side, and dividing these two islands we have a 10-degree channel. 10-degree channel basically means a waterway that is there between these two portion of our islands, and this 10-degree basically means it is a latitude, right? 10-degree latitude is passing between these two islands. So this is a sort of important information for you. Ministry of Finance is talking about the latest S&P rating. S&P stands for Standard and Poor's, right? It is an analytical or analysis providing agency, and a couple of weeks ago we got this Moody's rating, and this is very positive, and this Moody's rating has worked very positively for our country. It has in fact created a sort of positive vibe for our country, but this S&P's report has kept our sovereign rating unchanged, right? It is BBB minus. And one more thing that I would like to add here is that you may find a question regarding this different rating agencies. They may ask you a question, say for example A, under that you may be asked Moody's and S&P and Fitch and other rating agencies, and then they will ask you in B, match the following sort of thing, that you have to select the right option, like BBB minus belongs to Standard or Poor or Moody's or things like that. So you should be clear about this thing. The other thing is that this sort of reports, as you know, if it goes up, then if they say that things are going good in India, then of course it is going to create a positive vibe. And you also read a term called sovereign rating. What is sovereign rating all about? It is basically about risk, right? Whether investing in India is a high risky business or whether the risks associated with investment in India is low. So of course we know that if the risks are low, then more investors from abroad will tend to or will get attracted towards India, which is good for our economy. Now it was believed that the ratings would be good, but they have kept it unchanged. And there is one more agency called Fitch, right? Its report is not out yet. In forthcoming future we will also see this Fitch report, and hopefully if it is good, then it is going to be good for our country. And Ministry of Finance has said that Economic Affairs Secretary Subhash Chandra Garg has said that the reason why they have kept it unchanged is because they have not taken into consideration the latest things that have taken place in our country. So hopefully next year S&P or the next report of S&P will show us in a good light. BrahMos missile is in news, and dear friends, BrahMos is a very important missile, and before moving ahead I would like to tell you that there is a special lecture available on our YouTube channel. It is available both in Hindi and English, so don't forget to check out this BrahMos missile lecture, and you'll be quite I would say it is a very interesting lecture, because for the first time you will come to know about the association of India and rocketry, right? If we go back 200-300 years ago, then we find that nearly 300 years ago, right, rocketry and things like that were seen in our country. Anyways, basically what has happened is that we have managed to launch launch this BrahMos missile, which is one of the fastest missile in the world, right? We have launched it, and we have launched it from a plane, right? Our fighter Sukhoi 30 fighter jet, and this makes it a universal missile for our country, because we can launch it from land, air and sea now. And this is one of the fastest missile in the world. It is one of the heaviest that we have ever you can say loaded on this Sukhoi 30 plane, and we are going to increase its speed as well. You can see here the range of this missile at present is 450 kilometer. We have kept it 290 kilometer because we were not member of this MTCR group, but when we got membership of this MTCR in 2016, so now we are allowed to increase the range, and that's what we have done. And as per the government or the director general of this BrahMos missile, we are going to increase the speed of this missile 7 to 8 times than the speed of sound. So you can multiply 1 2 3 6 into 7 or 8 times and you will get the answer. This is the speed that we are going to. So we are basically going to make it from supersonic, we are going to make it a hypersonic missile, and it is a joint you can say joint venture of India and Russia. With this, dear friends, I have answers for yesterday's question. The first one is Sanskrit, second one is deforestation, and the third one is 3 months. Today's question: which dynasty built the Khajuraho temples? Chandelas, Chauhans, Parmars, or Tomars? And jet streams are usually found in a ozonosphere, mesosphere, troposphere, or ionosphere. And the third one is the word biodiversity is a combination of which two words? Biology and diversity, biomass and diversity, biosphere and diversity, or none of the above. With this, dear friends, I am signing off for now. I will see you all soon. Till then, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, pass your valuable comments and answer, and don't forget to check out studyiq.com. Jai Hind.